What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. And if you are new to this channel, we talk about all things prison and crime related. I have people that have done time all across this beautiful country tell their wildest and craziest moments in lockup, including myself, who has done 8 years in and out, 2 different prison sentences. So I have seen a thing or two, and the people that come onto this channel, some of them have seen a little bit more than I have. If that's what you're into, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell because we drop content every single day. I got 3 stories coming your way. One from the penitentiary about a barber that got his ass aired out, stabbed, for those of y'all that don't know, and 2 coming from the streets. One is a popular individual, a female. She's done a lot of adult videos and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of you already know by the thumbnail, but let's get into it. First things first. The prison barber, ladies and gentlemen. This should be a video all in itself. Being a prison barber can be very dangerous. Just like prison tattooing. If you're a good barber, people will pressure you to do things you don't want to do. You don't want to cut that guy's hair today. You got someone lined up that's already paid. I mean, it is what it is. And a lot of these gang members don't have no money. They expect free cuts. This barber that we're going to be talking about today got shanked up because he wouldn't cut some hair. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till you hear this story. It's unbelievable. But look, whenever you're good at something in prison, people are going to want you to do, drawing, fixing electronics, tattoos, barbershop. If you're really good at what you do, it's going to draw the attention of other people. And they're, these gang members, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a majority of them, they tend to want to get shit for really cheap or for free. They'll pressure people to do things straight out of fear, man. And sometimes you gotta fold. You gotta go with the flow, or else you're gonna die. That's how prison is. But this barber did not go with the flow, and he pretty much almost lost his life, and he has a lawsuit coming out. And one more thing before I get into this story, I want to give a big shout out to all my homeboys that are locked up, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's the holidays. Do not forget your loved ones or friends, anyone that you spent time with and they were good people, man. Look, help them out. Even if you don't know, like my homeboy Bridget, he's a good dude, man. If I've been chilling with him since like 6 years old, he's a good dude because I have a great judge of character. I don't just chill with anybody. But yeah, do not forget about the people locked up. Send them a letter if anything. Anything that they get from the mail, money, phone calls, anything, ladies and gentlemen, it helps them dramatically, okay? It really uplifts their spirits and keeps them out of trouble, When people don't have nothing, they tend to not give a shit, So you could be preventing this guy from tricking up his time if you just write him a damn letter. Anyway, story number 1. North Carolina prison barber refused to shave gang member's chest. A prison barber in Warren County refused to shave his fellow inmate's chest. By doing this, Tony Hill, threatened by gang members in the prison and finally beaten up. Hill, 56, now incarcerated in Wake County Prison, filed a federal lawsuit Monday against Kevin Barnes and the superintendent at Warren Correctional, and 6 other members of the prison staff were refusing to place him in protective custody or transfer him to another prison. 3 months after getting beaten up, Hill was stabbed multiple times with a box cutter, requiring stitches in his ear, jaw, and throat, and staples in the back of his scalp. As a result of this attack, Mr. Hill suffers from permanent damages, including nerve damage, physical scarring, sharp pain, and emotional mental distress. First, let's break it down. All right, check it out. The barber don't want to cut the inmate's chest hair, okay? No way in the penitentiary should you roll up on a barber and ask him to cut your chest hair. You might as well ask him to cut your ass hair while you're at it. You don't do that shit. That's why they sell razors, or they give out free razors, or they sell trimmers, all right? And obviously this ain't no super high level prison because they wouldn't even have a barber shop for you to walk in if it was. They usually bring the trimmers to you, or they cut your hair right there by the damn cell door. I don't know, but it says Warren Correctional houses 809 inmates at various security levels. So there's multiple different security levels, but this guy's in a barber shop. He's a barber. He's getting it in. He don't want to shave nobody's chest hair, man. You got to respect that shit. Nobody asks the barber to buzz. Look, that's a community barber shop. That means I would have to go get my face hair trimmed after the guy's chest hair just got trimmed. And God knows whatever else he might have trimmed. If he's trimming chest hair, who knows, And some of these guys, man, when the barber ain't in there, they'll shave some nasty spots and not even clean the shit, you know? And it's scary, man, because when you get an edge up, I've had edge ups in prison that left me bleeding. I've almost gotten fights with barbers because when I left the barber chair and go wash off my face, I'm bleeding in the back of my neck. But at the same time, a lot of barbers don't know how to cut white guys' hair, you know? You gotta have a light hand. You gotta have a light hand, my friend, but you know, it is what it is, man. Barbers can get into some shit, and this guy definitely did. He got shanked up, aired out, whatever you want to call it, for not cutting no chest hair, you know, and that's fine. You know, I can understand that, but damn, he went ahead and dropped dime on all the inmates that attacked him. But this guy had to give out names or else he was going to be put in the population with these guys again. They're obviously trying to kill him, you know. You just heard what they did to him. And it sounds like North Carolina works just like Virginia with the whole PC thing, man. You can't just ask to go to PC, man. Even if you do give them names, they ain't going to keep you in that shit, man. The only blocks in Virginia that might protect you, you know, is those sexual blocks and stuff like that, you know, mental blocks. But other than that, I mean, the protective custody ain't nowhere. It's just segregate. They throw you in a hole. That's it. If you get in trouble, you go to the hole. PC is the hole. There ain't no multiple buildings and stuff like that for real. So this guy had to name names, you know, if he didn't want to be around them or go to that facility anymore. And he has to name the names if he's filing the lawsuit. And you know, this shit should be done. You know, this lawsuit should be done because a lot of guys, man, I've seen it. They will try to get out the block because people are extorting them and they're just terrified. And these COs, they won't let him leave the block. Now everyone that's his enemy, everyone that's been extorting him and all this, that, and the third, sees him talking to the correctional officer trying to get out, so it's going to be even worse when he goes back to population. They say they're there for your safety, to protect you from violence and stuff like that, but the majority of prisons I see, man, they don't give two shits. You ask to leave the pod or the block, you better be naming names, and even if you do name names, a lot of these correctional officers, they're going to leave you in there with the wolves. And now the wolves just seen that you've been talking to the police to try to dip on out of that extortion plan. But the key thing here is that Barber was not wrong. You don't shave anything in the main barber shop other than your head and beard, mustache, you know, your face. That's it, man. You don't shave chest, back hair, leg hair. You don't shave that stuff in the public barber shop. It just don't happen. That's disgusting. Whether they clean it or not, is disrespectful to anyone and everyone that's about to get in the chair. The suit described him as a licensed inmate barber who took the job to gain time credit towards his sentence. Hill twice refused an order to return to general population, the suit said, but agreed the third time because he knew he would be disciplined and lose the time credited that he's already earned. And you see, that's how correctional officers will get you. They're like, look, you either go back to GP or we're going to snatch all your damn good time. And those 2 years you've been working your ass off to get home early, that shit's gone. You're going home 2 years later, you know? And that's how they keep a lot of guys at bay. And that's how a lot of guys get stuck in the block. That's why this guy went back to general population. You know, he probably definitely didn't want to. He heard what was going on, what was going to happen, and it definitely did, you know? And this is the wild part. The lawsuit and everything could have been avoided. The guy getting stabbed, shanked, if only the COs took him and put him in a different block or a different prison. That's it, you know? But no, they wanted to keep him in GP, and now they're facing lawsuits and all this shit, and this guy almost died. So I think this is a crazy story, even though this guy's dropping dimes on everybody. But look, you're going to see that shit. When your life is at risk, people are going to drop dime instantly. You know what I mean? Especially after an attack like that, getting sliced up with a box cutter all across your freaking face, staples, stitches, all this stuff. And people are going to be dropping dime. But this damn Barber, man, he was being pressured by the gangs to do shit he didn't want to do. And then he was pressured by the guys that were supposed to protect him, the correctional officers, to get back in GP with the guys that are trying to attack him. You know, so there's no win. You know, there's no win here. This guy tried everything he possibly could, and he still got aired out. I try to tell you all this shit all the time, and that's why I do all these videos from other states, because some prisons, the COs are all right. Some prisons have good PC blocks and stuff like that. In some prisons, they don't. They don't give a shit. You know, they'll keep you in there with the wolves. So you got to be careful what you do. And sometimes, like this Barber, man, you know, all this could have been avoided if he just buzzed the damn chest hair. You know, I understand you shouldn't succumb to what the next person wants you to do, but at the same time, you gotta weigh out your options, man. Is this guy like a part of some powerful gang in the block? If he is, then you might just have to shave that damn dude's chest hair. You know what I mean? Or grab yourself a shank. You know, either or. Be ready for war. Now, next on the list is a man sent to prison for stabbing woman in Santa Rosa apartment complex. This dude looks like a pure, treacherous maniac. I know a lot of y'all have noticed I use the word treacherous a lot, man. I gotta find a new word. Someone write it down in the comment section that goes along the lines of treacherous for me so I can start whipping it out in videos. A Santa Rosa homeless man convicted of stabbing a woman in an unprovoked attack at a Santa Rosa apartment complex was sentenced to serve 7 years in the state prison. That's it? He stabs a chick in the back that he knows nothing about and only gets 7 years in prison. First off, let me just keep reading. Jesse Graham, 41, was convicted in May of felony assault with a deadly weapon and causing great bodily injury, according to the district attorney's office. During the attack, Graham stabbed a female victim with whom he had no prior relationship in the back with a knife while she attempted to enter her residence. Always keep your eyes peeled, even when you're about to walk in your crib. These apartment complexes, people like to post up, man. Her attacker fled, and the woman was helped by her daughters, who brought her into her apartment and called 911, police officials said. Graham has tattoos on his face and body. The attacker wore a bandana and hat obscuring his face, but was identified partly by distinctive tattoos on his leg. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. These tattoos get you tricked up. You better wear some freaking foundation all over your body if you're gonna do crimes. He definitely stabbed someone in the back for no damn reason, and he only gets 7 years, okay? I got 4-piece for stabbing someone that tried to attack me on my property. That shit's some bullshit, man. You know, I got railroaded. I should never went to prison, but if I never went to prison, I wouldn't be here with you right now. But yeah, this guy is crazy. I don't know if he had some kind of intentions, but, you know, dudes like this, they shouldn't even be going to prison. They should be going to a psych ward, and that's why I try telling people all the time. A lot of guys are going to prison. They do not belong there. They're lunatics. They're lunatics, okay? And that's why a lot of these people are dying, getting shanked up in prison, because the people doing it, they don't even belong there. They should be in a psych ward being watched in a padded room, you know, because they're crazy. Prison is the new psych ward, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you. You know, they got psych blocks all throughout prisons and jails. Why? Because those guys should not be in population. They're psycho. Why are they even locked up? Why are they even locked up, man? They're talking to themselves. They hear voices and shit. Like, get them the hell out of here, man. Go try to give them some real help, you know? Put them in a padded room or something. Strap them up like freaking Edward Scissorhands. I don't know. Anyways, that's a crazy story for y'all. Last but not least, Bridget the midget faces 15 years in prison after breaking into boyfriend's home and stabbing him in the leg while he slept with another woman. Okay, this story's crazy. I know a lot of y'all already know who Bridget is. She's played in a lot of adult films. And, you know, I guess adult film artists, okay, they get jealous too. They fall in love just like anyone else, even though they're doing crazy. See, that's why I try to tell y'all, man. Love is tricky. You know, this girl, I don't know if she's still doing adult films, but look, she's seen a lot of men. She's been with a lot of men, okay? And just because they've been with a lot of men doesn't mean they don't fall in love. You know what I mean? And same goes for cheaters, okay? Cheaters, they might cheat on their significant other. That doesn't mean they don't love you with all their heart just because they slept with someone. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, okay? But that's how it is, man. People make mistakes, all right? I love my parents, but I was doing crimes in their house when I was a kid, you know, breaking up all kinds of drugs and stuff. But I love them, but still, I was disrespecting the shit out of them, you know? Bringing guns into the house and crazy stuff like that. And it goes the same way for relationships, you know? You can hurt someone that you love. It's very easy to do it, man. You know, especially with this case. She loved the guy, so she grabbed a butter knife and stabbed him in the freaking leg. The funny part is, it said she scooped Bridget up and tossed her out the house. Hey, boy, that was a crazy scene, I'm sure, you know, but, and a butter knife, shit. You know, I don't know if I would rather be stabbed by a butter knife or a sharp knife, because a butter knife, that's like blunt force. You know, the tips of butter knives, they ain't sharp, you know, so that's blunt force going into your skin. That shit probably hurt more than anything else, you know, but, them sharp knives, they go right in. You don't even know it hit you until you start leaking, you know, but it is what it is. Bridget got all jealous, man, and she put in that work. You know, I don't know what else to say about the story. You know, don't sleep on anyone, not even a little person. And the crazy thing is, dude didn't even lock his door. He's an idiot for that. Look, if you're cheating on someone, you better at least lock the damn door. You know what I mean? Lock it. Lock that shit. Put the chair underneath the doorknob. Shimmy that shit up. Ain't nobody getting in that house, you know? But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you did, go check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I just dropped about 3 different new Lockdown 23-in-1 merchandise. Go check it out. All these links are in the description of the video. And I got a lot of great interviews coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. I have someone that was in the Army, ended up doing time in Texas jail just for 1 month. But I'll tell you what, his 1 month stay in Texas jail showed him a whole new outlook on life. He got jumped for having a 5-point crown on his hand and all kinds of shit. And this guy was former military, you know, Army, I believe, if I remember correctly. And he went to Iraq and got blown up and all kinds of shit, and then went to jail and got jumped for having a freaking, you know, a king's crown on his hand. You know, you can't have certain tattoos you just can't have in prison or jail. Whether, you know, whatever case it is, you just can't have them. I got more videos with Mitch, the guy who did 38 years in prison. I talked to him about the Native Americans, the Asians, and all these nationalities and other things, and how prison functions in California. So be on the lookout for that and a bunch of other stories, man. I got a lot of interviews that's already been done, man. It's amazing, man, hearing people's stories. So please do not forget, once again, to hit the like and subscribe button on your way out, and check out all the links in the description of the video. If you have a story pertaining to lockup, please hit me up on Instagram or contact me in email. My email is in the description of the video as well. And as always, I salute to every last one of you who've been supporting me since the beginning, and everyone who's just now joining the Lockdown compound. Y'all guys be easy, be safe, and stay free.